Hey, family, comrades in the struggle. Um, I was reading something in my daily meditations today, and it's pretty significant because, it just like everything reminds me of our experience here in the Western world as, descendants of African slave or ascendants, coming out of that experience as human beings and how we've been degraded and made to feel less than and inferior to, Europeans or our former slave masters, and how the system that we live under, the substandard schools and educational system and healthcare, the separate but highly unequal systems in this country just undermines the well-being of, you know, uh, black citizens in the United States. And just the whole, like, when you sit back and take a look at the big picture of things, right? How the economic system, is designed to, favor Europeans and people of European ascent and European countries at the the detriment of, you know, third world countries or so-called third world countries, right? That that stuff is no accident. And if you look at how the reading I'm talking about is this. I'm gonna just read it so you can hear it, right? um August 14th, right? It says, letting go of our limitations. We don't have to settle for the limitations of the past. We can examine and re-examine our old ideas, right? Most of us come to the program with a multitude of self-imposed limitations that prevent us from realizing our full potential. Limitation that impede our attempts to find the value that lies at the core of our being. We place limitation on our ability to be true to ourselves, limitation on our ability to function at work, limitations on the risk we're willing to take. The list seems endless. If our parents or teachers told us we would never succeed we believed them, chances are we didn't achieve much. If our socialization taught us not to stand up for ourselves, we didn't, even if everything inside us was screaming to do so. And that's like when I read things like that, it reminds me of my complete experience, here in America and, like experience of black people that, like, you're ugly, you're inferior, all right? Like your culture is subhuman or you're subhuman. You're not even human. You know, like when you hear things like that and you see it's in my mind I'm thinking that what we are experiencing is by design. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like public policies that have been legislated by um, a corporate government, or because pretty much that's what it is, right? And it's almost as if those things are designed to confirm a narrative that black people are inferior and they cannot succeed. No matter how much money we throw at social programs, they're gonna fail. But if everything is not equal, and if our schools and educational systems are substandard and inadequate to the task, then how can you seriously blame us for not being able to swim if you put handcuffs on our hands and feet and throw us into the river and then shout swim? You know what I'm saying? That's not like equality, man, and that's not justice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, the whole system is designed for us to fail and not succeed. You know what I'm saying? So like when I think about things like that, man, it makes me think of, like, how my mother used to, tell me, like, say things like I'm ugly. You know what I'm saying? And how, like, I go to meetings and I'd hear, my brothers and sisters share about how they felt like they were, ugly and less than and not equal to anyone else. And they were made to feel that way. It was programmed into them by the society, the greater society that we live in. You know, so for us to deny that, our socialization has no effect on us is like, basically it's denial of, you know, the role environment plays on our well-being. Environment plays on our self-image. You know, so I just had to make a statement, you know, touching on that and in regards to that, man, because like, you know, I'm recovering my self-esteem. I'm recovering my self-worth. And I believe that, I'm worthy and more than what the world says that I am. You understand? I like, and I'm encouraging others to adopt the same attitude and feel the same way. You know, like, who are we not to shine, man? You know, because we're all children of the universe, children of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? We were all placed here for a reason. And that is to shine and let the glory of our God and our Creator shine forth through us, man, in all that we do. And this struggle is a part of it. The systems that exist in the world, the economic system, which is not an economic system, is doomed to failure. And we have to change it, right? Like, our aspirations to do more and to be more is valid. The systems that exist today in the world are failing mankind. All right. We live in a consumer economy, right, that can't sustain itself. It's doomed to failure, and we need to see that. We need to really be economical. We really need economies that are going to say, well, hey, why are we, creating garbage to put in garbage dumps all over the world? Pretty soon the garbage dumps will be, more abundant than regular land mass. You know what I'm saying? For real. We ought to think about those things and question them deeply. We can change the world. All right, we can make a difference. We can take things from the oligarchs and the plutocrats that are running the world. All right, we the people, I have power. We just need to exercise our power. We the people of the earth, all right, of the planet. We have power. Okay? Let's exercise our power and change the world. All right? Peace.